Hello radiographers, hope you are doing good. Welcome to MRI of left elbow joint technique in Siemens MRI. So localizer is running. This is the first localizer, the initial localizer. Patient is position is head first supine and patient's palm is upward and elbow joint is wrapped with a large flexible coil. So this is the initial localizer that gives me an image of abdomen with hand. And now in the second localizer, I have to check the coil, flexible large coil is selected and drag the slices to the left elbow joint. And in coil segment, you can see that large flexible coil is selected. So this is the second localizer planning, and I am making sure that the positioning mode is in ISO center. That means that the table will move into the center that I have positioned. And also I am adjusting the shimming of this planning and then click apply. And now the second localizer is running. Let's see how I get the image. So this is the second localizer. I got two coronal and one sagittal images. The left one, the left side is the sagittal one, and in the middle and in the right side the coronal images. And now I have to open PD headset coronal and I have to shift the field of view over the elbow joint and move the saturation band out of the field of view and angle the slices parallel to the humerus and the elbow joint, and I am increasing the field of view to 160 and angle the field of view parallel to the arm. I think the planning is okay. This is the coronal planning, and then click apply. And T2 me 2D coronal have been copied the planning from the PD headset coronal. So these are the protocols. I will drag the T1 coronal up. So I will take 2 coronal and delete T2 me 2D coronal and planning T1 coronal, and just copy the planning from the previous PD headset coronal. And as the field of view is not copied, so I have to change the field of view manually to 160 and then click apply. So you can see that I'm not centering the elbow joint in the field of view because the doctor advised to take elbow joint including the humerus. So I am taking the humerus more rather than the radius and ulna. So this is the PD headset coronal, and you can see in this image I got artifact and the fat is not saturated all over the place because the elbow or the arm is not centered in the center of the magnet, and so that's why I am dragging another team coronal, T1 team coronal. You can see that T1 coronal, TAC coronal is okay and looks fine, good high resolution image. And I am taking T1 team coronal because the team coronal will give me a homogeneous fat suppressed image. The fat will be suppressed all the way in the image and there will be less artifact. And now I am adjusting the shim. The shim will give you a homogeneous magnetic field around the field of view. It's important to adjust the field shimming field of view. And keep the saturation band out of the field of view, and the phase encoding direction is anterior to posterior. And over the coronal image that I got T1 coronal, I will plan the transverse slices over the coronal and sagittal. So the field of view is 120 and I will increase the slice thickness to 4 and number of images to 30. Because I have to cover the lower shaft of the humerus with the elbow joint, that's why I increase the number of images and also the slice thickness. And by changing the image, I make sure that the transverse slices are perpendicular to the humerus and the elbow joint. And I have increased the field of view also to 130. So increasing the field of view too much will decrease the resolution of the image. So keep it smaller as you using the flexible coil, then click apply. So rest of the transverse sequence will copy the planning, and some parameters will be adjusted automatically. You just click the next button, and there is another PD headset sagittal that I have to plan. And now T1 transverse opened and I am adjusting the shim. This shimming is important for homogeneous magnetic field of view because the arm is slightly lateral from the center of the magnet. That's why I have to adjust the shimming for a good quality image. I keep field of view 120 for this. PD headset transverse, checking this protocol. Slice thickness, increasing slice thickness to 4. So elbow joint is a lengthy scan. So I have taken almost 50 minutes to complete this. So I have divided this procedure into 3 parts. So this is the first part that you are showing. In this part I will showing only the planning of the elbow joint, and in the next part you will see the filming and also the contrast protocol. And right now I am planning for the PD fat set sagittal and planning over the coronal image, and the slices is perpendicular, sorry, slices are parallel to the humerus. The number of slices I am increasing to 25 and the distance factor is 20. Slice thickness is 3 and field of view is 160. And click the apply button. Increase the concatenation as I increase the slice number. So this is the T1 team coronal. I think this is a good quality image if you compare it with the normal PD fat set coronal. In normal PD fat set coronal, you can see that the fat is not suppressed all over the elbow joint, but in team coronal, you can see that the fat is suppressed and the artifact is less. And now let's check the images that I got. This is the PD fat set coronal, and you can see that the some areas with fat and some areas with fat suppressed. And this is the T1 coronal, a good elbow joint image with the lower shaft of the humerus. So for printing, select series and send it to the filming. And now go to filming and change the film layout to 6 into 3. So I think the 6 into 3 format is not saved in the layout list. So I have to select another one. 6 into 4 is perfect. 6 into 4 will give you the longer segment as the images are long. So there is 24 coronal slices of the elbow joint. Sorry, I think this is 6 into 3. 6 into 3 format, that means there is 6 columns and 3 rows and 18 segments, 18 long segments in this film layout. And keep the reference image in all the segments so that the radiologist can understand the position of the slices or the reference of the slices. And this is the T1 team coronal, a fat suppressed sequence. Team or STR sequences suppressed fat all over the places homogeneously, and I like this sequence. The common name is STR, and Siemens use this sequence as team, a turbo inversion recovery magnitude. Now select series and send it to the filming, and you already know that the layout is 6 into 3. So I took two coronal images, one is T1 coronal and one is T1 team coronal that I prepared for printing. So hope you enjoyed this video, you learned something about the MRI elbow joint. So if you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, and also do subscribe my YouTube channel, and you will get more technical MRI technique videos like this. And also check out my previous MRI technique videos from the playlist. So there are different playlists in my YouTube channel like advanced MRI techniques, routine MRI techniques, MRI technique course playlist, CT scan technique course playlist, and then MRI live console, CT scan live console. So all important topics and tutorials you will find in my playlist. So right now T1 transverse is scanning, and I got T2 transverse, and then PD fat set transverse will scan.